Hi, everybody. I'm Olga Biaberti.
Good morning. I'm Amber Milt. Welcome to the Balancing Act.
And today, customizable insurance that can be tailored to your lifestyle now and as your life changes.
And our eyes change over time. We're going to help you learn about your cataract IQ.
And are you feeling blue this morning?
No, I'm happy to be here.
Good. Don't be blue, because we're in the kitchen with Chef Ralph Pagano, who's serving up delicious, healthy blueberries. Get it?
Sounds good. Plus, we've got ways to help solve your credit problems, and it all starts right now.
You can't wear it, drive it, or even eat it, but it's just as important as clothes, a car, and food. I'm talking about insurance. While most of us don't necessarily want to spend money on it, it's an investment we all need to make. So what's right for you, your car, and your family? It takes some know-how. Here to help better understand insurance is the Senior Vice President of Personal Lines from Selective Insurance, Mr. Alan Anderson. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about insurance. Again, you say it and people go, oh. Bottom line, all policies are not created equal. Why?
Well, so often the consumer thinks that the main thing they want to focus on is price because they assume all the policies are the same. But the fact is, they aren't all created the same. And quite often with low price policies come less coverage, lower options, and higher deductibles. And those are things you don't want to find out about at the time that you submit a claim. You want to know about them in advance.
So auto insurance, let's talk about that, specifically the car. What should I consider when I need that?
Well, you do need to start out with your budget. You need to understand what is it that you really can expect to pay, what is it you can afford to pay. But then you need to sit down and talk to an independent agent about what your options are and what your choices are and what your needs are. Let's face it, the average consumer doesn't want to or need to understand the difference between liability insurance, personal injury protection, comprehensive coverage.
It just gets so convoluted.
Absolutely. So you want to have a trusted advisor that you can talk to answer those questions for
Discounts when it comes to auto insurance that I can consider and do?
There are some standard ones, driver safety courses, good student discount for those of you who have good students in your household. That can save you a lot of money. At Selective, we have some discounts also if you choose to pay your premium in one payment or two as opposed to monthly installments. That can save you some money. We also have a discount if you get your quote in advance of your effective date. That can save you some money. Those are things that you can do to save money without reducing coverage.
Homeowners insurance. Let's talk about that now. That's a big one.
Yes, it
and
is.
Here in Florida, it's huge and expensive.
Yes, it is.
What should I consider there?
So let's look at an example. Let's say you have a pool or an aluminum fence around your yard or a patio, for example, and a tree falls on that. You need to think about, is your insurance company going to pay to fully replace and repair those items, or are they going to give you some depreciated amount? So a company like ours, we have options for you to choose from if you have those items that will pay the full replacement cost. Again, those are things you want to talk about up front, but sit down with your agent because on homeowners, there's so many options to choose from. Water backup, large loss deductible waivers, those are all things you need to try to consider in your coverage choices.
What about discounts when I'm looking into a homeowner's policy?
Many of the discounts that you get on auto also apply to your homeowner's policy. You can save a fair amount of money on your homeowner's policy by choosing a higher deductible, but you want to make sure that that's something that you're ready to handle at the time that the claim comes.
Okay.
But one of the big discounts that people miss out on is putting those policies together with one company. So we offer a discount of up to 20% on both the auto and the home if you put the policies together with one company. We also have discounts for medical professionals, education professionals. So again, talk to your agent about everything that goes on in your life and they can help you.
What about if you have like a smoke alarm, which I have, or a burglar alarm?
Absolutely.
Those kind
if you
of things?
have something that reports certainly to a central station where somebody's going to call the police automatically, that'll have significant
little
savings
things that
as well.
really can add up for
It all
discounts.
adds up. That's exactly right.
All right, and if you rent, because a lot of people rent today, sometimes I think it's not worth it to have insurance, but I have a feeling it is.
It absolutely is.
Really? Why?
I tell my friends who rent, go home and take a look around your apartment.
And look at everything that you love that's yours.
And imagine replacing it all tomorrow. Your TV, your furniture, your clothes, your shoes, area rugs, everything. Imagine that's all going to add up. And renter's insurance is actually pretty affordable.
And it's not maybe your home, in other words, you don't own it, but everything inside of
You're
it.
covering all your personal belongings.
Okay, flood insurance.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Here in Florida, it's necessary. We have the hurricanes as well. You know what we've been through after Andrew. But I think flood insurance applies to everyone now in the country.
It is the #1 disaster in America
Really?
today, in all 50 states. So look at the news over the past few years. It's flooded all across the country.
It's been devastating.
Not just coastal areas. It's inland.
Did you see
right?
the house that was floating in the water that was on fire? That was
Absolutely.
horrible.
Imagine, right? Imagine watching your home on television float down the river. That's exactly right. And people don't often think that they need flood insurance until it's too late. But it's affordable. It can help you rebuild your home and your life after a devastating event. And the other thing people don't always understand is it often doesn't go into effect until 30 days after you purchase it. So you need to make sure you get it now.
So Alan, for someone, let's say myself, looking into car insurance, home insurance, do I go to a company directly, or do you recommend I go to an independent agent?
I would recommend that you talk to an independent agent.
Why so?
Because they can sit down with you, talk to you about what's going on in your life, the coverage needs that you have, the options you have to choose from, and have a conversation with you about your needs. And the best thing about an independent agent is that they represent multiple companies. They can provide you information from multiple companies.
So you don't feel like they're out for just one?
Absolutely. There's not just one choice.
A little bit more trust there, one-on-one, personal time, and they can help me understand it.
That's exactly right. The options for that balance between price and coverage.
And what's good for you.
And what's good for you.
I love that. For more information on this, where can our viewers go?
They can find out more about auto, home, renters, and flood insurance at selective.com.
Selective.com.
That's right.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. And of course, you can always check out our website, and it's thebalancingact.com, to learn more about insurance. All right, so listen to this. New, gorgeous design furniture, the latest electronic devices, state-of-the-art appliances. What is not to love here, right? Unless, of course, our credit score is prohibiting our ability to purchase all of this. Joining me this morning is Henry Chianuma, Director at Acceptance Now, here to talk about new ways we can shop at our favorite retailers to beautify our homes. Good morning.
Good morning.
I love this so far. So let's talk about maybe what someone is dealing with today. And I'm sure a lot of people out there can relate, you know? There are financing options. They take advantage of it, right?
Yep.
And they go for it. They want to acquire some stuff. And then what happens?
People end up getting turned down.
They get turned down. It's frustrating. What's happening?
Our system today is built off of creditworthiness, right? And industry analysts have estimated there's roughly 100 million consumers over the age of 18 that currently have little to no credit.
Right.
So that leaves them with very little options for them to shop at the retailers that they would like to shop at.
So where does that leave the rest of America who still has needs?
So it leaves them with having to find alternatives. It leaves them with having to settle and not get the product that they want. It also leaves them with saying, listen, if I can't go to where I want to go to, I'm going to go try to find an alternative retailer, maybe like a Craigslist or somewhere else. Or one of the new solutions that a lot of retailers are picking up today is our solution, Acceptance Now.
So Henry, how does Acceptance Now help address the challenge, let's say, of the 18-year-old that got rejected, and kind of help bridge the gap and help that person move forward?
Yeah, so instead of the turn down being the end all, now that 18-year-old has a solution with Acceptance Now where they don't need credit. We will lease that product on behalf of that customer and allow them to make payments over a period of time of their choosing.
That's fascinating. So tell me more about the shopping experience and how that person applies.
It's very simple.
Okay.
So with some of our retailers, we actually have a solution where their application from the original credit actually comes over. If not, what they'll have easily be able to do is fill out our simple application. They'll be able to get approval within 2 to 3 minutes on exactly how much they're approved for and the length of the term of the agreement. Then it's sign and enjoy. How
low of a credit score will Acceptance Now, I guess, accept?
Credit is not required. It's not needed. If you are fresh out of high school, college, looking to establish credit, this is a great solution for you. If you're a customer who has run into some hardship in the past, this is another option for you to help you to reestablish your credit, but more importantly, get the item that you want at the place that you want to shop.
So Henry, what leading retail brands carry this program?
So some of our larger partners, you'll be able to find us in Rooms To Go, Ashley Furniture, H.H. Gregg, Cons, and even actually some regional players. You'll be able to find us in BrandsMart. Yep, they're one of our largest partners.
That's a big one.
Value City Furniture.
Oh, wow.
Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Quite a few.
We have actually roughly 3,000 touch points with over 250 retailers that we're in today.
it's a win-win here.
This helps basically a third of America who would normally be turned down from traditional financing. They're allowed to get what they want to get, shop where they want to shop, and more importantly, either build or reestablish credit and ultimately move forward.
Absolutely, which is so important because they'll feel better about it as well.
Absolutely.
So Henry, for our viewers out there who'd like more information on this program, where can they go?
One of the first places you can go is to acceptancenow.com. There you'll be able to go to our partner page and you'll be able to see all the different retailers that carry Acceptance Now solution inside of their retail locations.
I like it. I like when there's options out there. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it very much. And of course, you can also visit our website, and that's thebalancingact.com, or also join us on Facebook.com/The Balancing Act fans. We always want to hear from you.
And up next, cataracts develop as part of the aging process, and we're all at risk of getting them, but they don't have to interfere with our lifestyle. We'll explain. Stay with us.
At some point in our life, we could all get them, cataracts. They're a natural part of aging that will ultimately impair our vision and can affect our quality of life. Today's guest will help us see more clearly, pun intended. Meet eye surgeon Dr. Cathleen McCabe and Sharon Ulissi, a cataract surgery patient. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thanks for having me.
It's so great to have you here today. Let's start with what is a cataract and what causes them?
So the cataract is your natural lens of the eye, and it sits right behind your iris, the colored part. And when we're born, it's nice and clear like this, and light can come through and focus on the retina, and you see clearly.
Yeah.
But as time passes, it becomes more and more like this, which is cloudy and yellow, and light has a hard time getting through, and you don't see clearly. And there are many things that cause cataracts too, like trauma, certain disease processes like diabetes or drugs like steroids can make them happen earlier in your life.
Right.
But everybody develops a cataract because it is the natural aging process of the lens in your eye.
What are some early signs that you might be getting a cataract, if I were looking for something?
Cataracts cause you to have fuzzy vision, and so a lot of times patients just think they need new glasses. But it'll also cause glare and halos, so if you're driving at night and you see those big lights around headlights and have a difficult time seeing street signs, for instance, that oftentimes is cataracts. It changes your color perception. Blues and blacks are harder to tell apart, and it can make it harder for you to see things.
And that's when we need to see a doctor, right?
Exactly. That's the first step, actually, is to see your doctor for a comprehensive eye exam.
Now, Sharon, you had cataracts in both eyes, right?
Correct.
When did you first notice that something was off with your vision?
I can't really say you can first notice it. It's silent, and it's very slow growing. The lights are very hard on your eyes. Depth perception was bad. So if I was going down steps, I would hang on and slow everybody up because I wasn't sure the step was there.
Right.
And driving at night, I just literally stopped driving at night. The glare of the lights hurt too bad. And as Dr. McCabe explained, there's halos around the oncoming traffic. And it was like if something came out in front of you, you wouldn't be able to see it because your vision is that bad.
And then you had surgery.
Oh, yes. I had surgery, and I could not believe. You have to go to the office very early the next day, and we were about an hour and a half from the office. So when we left, it was dark. And as we were going down, the sun started to come up, and I just started to cry. It's very hard to talk about. And my husband said, "What is the matter?" I said, "I can see." It was absolutely a miracle. You thank God, you thank everybody, and it's just amazing because I could see like I was 6 years old. I mean, the clarity. I said, there are colors. There are, definition to things. It's just amazing. The difference is mind-blowing.
And I mean, how rewarding for you to hear that.
I truly have the best job in the world, really. It's a pleasure that we can do something for something that's not, it impacts people's lives in a way that sneaks up on them. But when we fix cataracts, when we take cataracts out surgically, which is the only way to treat a cataract.
And I want to stop you there because some people think they're eye drops or medications. And
yeah, there really isn't anything else that will make them go away except for taking them out. Now, luckily, that's curative. Once we've removed a cataract, it never comes back again. And we can often make you see better than you've ever seen before without glasses, which is really what a privilege for me to be able to do that too.
Absolutely. Doctor, can you explain astigmatism? And if you have it, can you still undergo cataract surgery?
What astigmatism is it's the curvature of the cornea. So the cornea is this clear window on the front of the eye, and it has a curvature, and if the curvature in every direction matches, you don't have any astigmatism. But in most patients, the curvature is different. It's steeper in one direction than another. And that will make a fuzzy image unless it's corrected. And it's corrected with glasses, but at the time of cataract surgery, we can actually do that correction in the eye with a special kind of an implant.
Doctor, where can we go for more information?
You can go to the website, myeyes.com/cataracts, sponsored by Alcon.
Yes, fantastic. And you can also visit our website, thebalancingact.com. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. Great show today.
Thank you.
I've got a question for you. What's low in calories but high in nutrients? The answer, blueberries. Welcome to my kitchen. This is Quick Bites with me, Chef Ralph Pagano. Today, I'm going to talk to you about plump, juicy, sweet Georgia blueberries, proving that good things really do come in small packages. There's so many different applications you can use for the blueberry. You want to start off your day with a little blueberry pie? Why not? How about a great salad with Napa cabbage, broccoli, some ham, cheese, and blueberries to set it off? Have you ever had a blueberry muffin? I have. How about a blueberry tart, oozing with love? Blueberry smoothie to start your day? And over here, my favorite way to kick off the morning, a blueberry granola parfait. It's so simple, so easy, and so delicious. First things first, you want to start off with some beautiful Georgia blueberries. To this, I'm going to add a little bit of yogurt. It's plain yogurt, and I like to run my spoon around in it a little bit to loosen it up, make it nice and creamy and airy. Then over here, I've got some fresh granola that we made. You can go to the grocery store and grab some. Start it off with a glass like this. Gonna add a fistful of blueberries to the glass. Take a big loving spoonful of this yogurt, plop it right in there. See that? Give me another little plop of yogurt. To this, I'm gonna add a little bit of granola. There's the granola, it's got almond flavor in there, raisins, a little bit of nuts. I'm gonna add a little bit more yogurt on top. How about some more of the star of the show? You know, a great thing about the science of the blueberry is it's only 80 calories per cup. You know that Georgia is the leading producer of all the blueberries? It's because the weather is so perfect for it. Acidic soil helping sweeten the blueberry. I'm a chef. I eat every single day. I bet you do too. You know, one of the greatest things you could do is eat every color of the rainbow every day. Look, the red, the orange, the yellow, they're pretty easy. Have a tomato, have an orange, have a banana. But the blue, only one thing comes to mind, the blueberry. You're gonna love it. Your mouth is gonna love it. Your skin is gonna love it. You're gonna see better. Everything in your life is gonna change when you eat Georgia blueberries. You wanna know more about Georgia blueberries and these terrific recipes? Check out georgiablueberries.org or theblueberrycouncil.org. Or visit our website, thebalancingact.com. Remember, this has been a quick bite. I'm gonna get it. But chew slowly.
Gosh, that looks so good. I love blueberries. That's my favorite.
Oh, I love blueberries. A little whipped cream, though, on mine. We can do it in a smoothie, too. That's probably healthier for you.
There you go.
And that's our show, everyone. So head over to our Facebook page and our website. And, of course, you can always follow us on Twitter. We've got lots of more.
As always, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.